What's up, everybody? My name is Fat Justice, also known as Fatty J, and today we continue with Double Trouble. Double Trouble. Not as what you think that comes next. We just finished said fortress and we are moving through the game. Right now we're switching a bunch of gestures. The other me is trying to get Shrug in the middle position so I can shrug more often. Though I don't think I shrug too much in this episode. We're going to wrap up some stuff before we head on to Anor Londo. Despite what the name may say. Run on the wall there. Come on, pay attention. So today we will be moving to the Asylum, the starting level, the tutorial level, to get some extra stuff that is now spawned there. Dark Souls 1 is one of those games where the tutorial level does change. You can get a very important item there. But you gotta roll off the right elevator, else you drop in this little room. The trolls at From Software, how dare they? Boom, button goes up, we go in. Now this level is alright. Don't have as much to talk about as I did with Sense Fortress, but I do have a lot of commentary to do. This roll right here you can do when you're wearing medium. Well, when you're doing a medium roll, like the roll I've been doing, if you're doing a fat roll or a light roll, you'll go too far, you'll roll right off, so this is just perfect. We're gonna get this item right now, actually. Miss. Barely miss. That key is important to get into the actual... to do the Asylum for the second time, but you can't get back up to that crumbled tower from there. You need to go back down and get back up. This is something you can access in the beginning game. This is rumored to be the secret stash of the cleric up there, and we know this to be bad because cracked red-eyed orbs for invasions? No priest invades. Morning Star and a Talesman. Brutal weapons indeed. And 6 homeward bones. Those are actually very useful. Move over here. You can see the graveyard right there with all the blood stains. It's going to be so cool. There. Oh, there's so many. I didn't even realize that. Run into the corner. Still run into the corner. There you go. Stairs are OP. Never trusted stairs. They're always up to something. Or down to no good, depending on your perspective at the given time. Moving throughout Firelink Shrine. With that beautiful music that comes in. Love the music here, and it doesn't... I don't know. In Dark Souls 2, Majula's has that one part in the song where everything just swells, and it just cranks up your volume to 11 and makes your ears bleed and makes you want to throw your headset down. And the Dark Souls 3 hub music is too soft. It's like not noticeable. It's like way too much of a white noise. Kind of wrap around here, be careful. If you fall, you will fall to your death, as we will see later. Now we curl up like a ball, and we wait. Try to get some good camera angles here to show you the area, but the nest is not letting us do that. A couple of areas where you just kind of stand around and wait for something to happen. There we go. The crow that took us here, who's still unknown at this point, takes us back to the Undead Asylum. Flies up, and screenshot moment. I love cutscenes that show your armor that you're wearing. I hate cutscenes that change your look into whatever the main character is supposed to be wearing at this time. It's just super jarring and not fun, in my opinion. Torch hollows. These torch hollows can mess you up, as all torch. See, that's a lot of damage that they can do, and I realize this. I'm backing up at this point, being like, alright, let's go for the overhead smash, the overhead crunch. Heal up real quick, using that 10 Estus from the using that 10 Estus from Firelink that we got. Decided here to go right. This room, a lot of memories. Died, actually, in this room to the first boss. The first playthrough that we went through. It was quite interesting. Quite a tilting start to the run, but afterwards, just our luck was just really good. I checked for a hollow there. I keep thinking there's something there going to pop up and charge you. That's not the starting enemy. What's a Black Knight doing here? There are actually a couple of Black Knights that are here at this point. Probably investigating the place because a certain undead has escaped and is causing trouble. Being you. Or they're just looking for real estate. That second swipe missed me. I don't know why it missed me or how it missed me. 559 damage. Almost. Good. Is my parrying good? It's decent. It's hit or miss. It's not consistent yet. But I don't think I've seen somebody whose parrying is 100%. Like, dodge this move, parry this move. And we have Oscar. Poor Oscar. He's the guy who's on the cover of the game. Poor, poor Oscar. So that worked. He's wearing longsword, knight's shield. Parry again. Just finished him off with the combustion. That was good. Come on. Come on. Now I'm looking for the right emote. I almost pointed down, but I didn't. Crest shield. Good shield. A lot of good shields. Depends on your Fashion Soul's preference. Watch out for this boulder. That boulder is the worst. It still is there when you reload the area. It's not when you, it's not when you rest at the bonfire. I don't believe. I think I dodge it like it is still there, but it's not because it sucks. It's the worst boulder in the world. It'll catch you when you won't expect it to, because you forget about it, and it's disguised by the shadows there. Got a hollow. 296. If you see like the sword doing less damage like that, like 296, but you hit the Black Knight for 559. Yeah, that's because 296 is the health of the hollows. That one was 295, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's actually just doing that much damage. Carving into the area. There's a spear person here now. I don't know where these extra people arrive from. What made him decide, hey, I'm going to get a spear and shield this time. Hollow Soldier's waistcoat. You're going to see later that we have a ton of extra stuff in our inventory that I should probably just sell off camera for a bunch of souls. With good old Frampt. Rusted Iron Ring. Really good. It prevents you from moving slowly in, like, water and, like, swamp area. That's pretty much it. I'll use it when I explore, what's it called? Blighttown? The lower parts of Blighttown later on. I missed a bunch of stuff in there. Might even go through Blighttown when I'm stronger. I think about jumping down, and then I don't, and then I just decide to. Just for the good old days. And now, be wary of down, that is true. Also that torch hollow. Pops in out of nowhere. So we can get torch hollows. Oh, that didn't happen last time. Hello, Stray Demon. That's what they're called. That's what you're called. I just call you Asylum Demon too. The hollows up top can drop down, and that's super annoying. And you see the shockwaves. Ah, this boss is obnoxious. I think you're supposed to come later, but I come now. And you're going to see why this boss is kind of obnoxious. If I can actually strike the boss. Oop, that's a lot of damage, too. That's a no-joke boss. I get stuck in there in between the wall and his flab, and stuck between a flab and a hard place. Don't even hit him. But that's more me being lazy than anything else. If you hear that cracking sound, that's my chair. I apologize if it's loud in your ear. Kill this hollow. There's another one on the other side, but they usually die to the AoE at some point. But they can just prevent you from doing what you need to. Fall down again. Take the fall damage. I hate how you take that fall damage. That is terrible. See if you can see when this hollow dies. Because I couldn't in the game. The fall damage is the worst part, because if you get hit by something expecting him to have the same moveset, it's like a cheap death. There's the hollow there. And it dies to the bug bounce. Now here's why this boss sucks. Is it soon? Just clip right through his flesh right there, that's fine. You know, that staggers you back and technically did hit me. Hitbox giveth, the hitbox taketh away. That's another time. Missed with the sword. They use this Asylum Demon, Stray Demon boss fight 3 times in the game. I get serving the twin brother because you technically saw one up top. You know, you're walking around this place, you see the one cycling around in this lower pit here, but then you go back up and there's one on the roof, and if you don't think about it, then you die. You don't think about it, then, you know, you're like, oh, come back. Oh, there's another version of the, you know, the tutorial boss. And I'm fine with another version of the tutorial boss. I actually think it's kind of cool. See him either powered up version of the boss or just the same version so you can cut through it like butter. I try to look for another weapon at this point. I'm like, alright, this Y-hander is good, but it's not swinging fast enough. I can't keep dying to this boss 15 times. I just forgo the hollows. And then I decide to two-hand it because I'm not doing much blocking. I'm just rolling at this point. Didn't grab my souls earlier, which kind of sucks. I thought I was going to handle this boss well. Again, this boss does a deceptively large amount of damage with those red shockwaves. The Bloodborne magic coming in strong. But we'll see this boss again for some redemption. Miss again. He's deceptively large. Boom. And we're doing so little damage. This is why I think you're supposed to come later. Like one of the last things you do, but I come here now. Because, as you can see, you can just strafe around him. This is really a boss of how well do you know the boss. You can get a free R2 right there when you're just trying to get back up. Try to bait that attack over and over again. And this is the point where you're going to see this Y-hander do less and less damage the farther we go on. I might start moving to other weapons as well, which I know is sacrilege. But this Y-hander is good. Good for what we are seeing here. Continuing to swipe, continuing to strike. I don't know how... I need to play this game with the Dex character. I know, dexterity. But I'm really wondering if this fight is any easier. Like, this is a fight I look at where you kind of want to swing once really strong because you can't stagger this enemy very well and then duck out. And if each of these hits was doing like 150, you know, you'd be here forever. But this boss is good to go to for a variety of reasons. One, it's just free souls at a very crucial time in the game. If you're going to struggle with Anne Orlando going forward, this is a good place. You get a very important key item that I haven't got yet. And then he drops something very good. Is it his soul so you can get that cool axe move? No. No, it's not. Temper your expectations at this point. You can't get his weapon. Which is a shame. Do I go for greed? Yeah, I go for greed. I go for the jumping attack. And now now I go through this entire recording session and the next one just not knowing where my gestures are. That's the Titanite slab. That's how you get a weapon from plus 14 to plus 15. And a plus 15 weapon is really, really good. That's probably where we're going to end up taking this Y-hander. Go plus 15. Roll on down. Another Black Knight. They do drop colored Titanite chunks. There's red Titanite chunks, blue Titanite chunks, white Titanite chunks. You have green Titanite shards that are good for fire, divine, I think lightning weapons as well. Blue Titanite chunks is like for crystal, magic, etc. While, you know, red Titanite chunks are fire weapons and chaos weapons, and white Titanite chunks are like divine weapons and stuff like that. That's the Peculiar Doll. That is used to get to an area that I'm going to be doing semi-last, I think. I think I'm going to do it one of the later areas. There's a deadly glitch in that area where you can get soft lock, and the only way to get out is to reset your game. So I kind of want to save it for last, just in case that happens with this series, and I need to take a character from the beginning, like all the way back through again, and then at least I can say, hey, I went through this area. You know, I went through the whole game before and got soft lock and Priscilla, so I beat the game technically. But I have a character that I can switch to, I guess, pretty easily. That hollow approaches me from behind, and now I have a really awkward situation. I start going around. Strengthen here. If I do get soft lock or anything does happen detrimental to the game, I have a backup character that I should just shadow with this one, but that character is ahead currently. And now we go back. To Anor Londo, somewhere. Not to Anor Londo, to Firelink, that's what I meant to say. Beautiful sunbeams going in, drop you off. Nice serene. Now this is funny. Remember those cage things you saw in Sen's Fortress? Yeah. Oh, that's why I hate those cages in Sen's Fortress, is because that looked like something you could just walk across, and you couldn't. And now I'm just, yeah, shrug. That was funny. I was laughing. I was kind of racing against the clock here. I can't remember why. I don't know if you can walk across that. That floor being fixed actually scared me. Now we just dodge all the flame hollows. We're not even going to... torch hollows, we're not even going to deal with them. I thought the boss had reset for some reason, but I didn't bother checking. Curl up like a ball. There you go. I think I just skipped this cutscene. Nope. We watch it again. Some good stuff, though. Now that we're done with that area, question of the day. Comment below what your favorite tutorial boss is. You have a favorite tutorial boss? Do you have a boss that always destroys you in every time? Comment below who that is. Or a favorite tutorial boss that you just like fighting. I honestly thought there for a second that I had... So weird. Sunbeams don't start there. Ruined the entire look of this game. Yeah. Careful when jumping down, because you can die, as you saw earlier. And now, we take another detour. The double part of this troubling tale. I hope you are not fainting. Oh. Oh. What's all this then? We have to pick something up. Something very important. We just leveled up dexterity. earlier. So we have 14 decks now. I know, but we're done. We're done with the decks. Done with the dexterity. Done with the dexterity, and now all we're doing is getting a very important thing for a very important recording for a very important time. That you'll see later. Gonna get a drink of water. Always drink water. Heard me throw something away there. And now I'm just messing around. I'm like, let me try the Grass Crest Shield, checking to see if it can parry or not. You see me experiment with the gear a little bit here. Because next episode, I'm wearing all new gear. Kind of. I do switch my gear by the end of the episode.
Are you blend?
She has some of the most useful stuff in this entire game. Buying poison arrows. So you know how text, when you're scrolling up, it'll detect that you're scrolling up to a larger number so it will speed up? This happens in this, when I'm like, let's buy 645 of those. I'm like, nah, I'm not going to use that much. So let me try to scroll up here. Look at that. Look at that jump. Like, that was quick. And now it's me trying to get to 100 standard arrows. Because you have an unlimited quiver. As in, you have... Like, there's no, you have 60 shots, and when you rest at a bonfire, you get those 60 arrows back. No, it's just, you have 600 arrows in your small pouch that hangs off of your hip. And don't ask questions. That's what it's more relating to. At least it's what I think. So I hit her scrapes on top there, clips through the cage. There's a lot of stuff when trying to view through here. Going back down. Going back down. Going back to Firelink. No, we don't even rest. We don't really need to rest. We have 10 Estus, full health. Go by Frampt with his fleshy mustache. Groaning down. Oh, skeletons. In any other game, it would be skeletons. That's not that scary, but Souls players know the truth. Skeletons are nothing to mess with. Skeletons are nothing to mess with. And if you are a fan of Pokemon, you do have Coughings up here as well. So it's an area full of skeletons and Coughings. See those floating red skulls? Thought I could run past you, and I couldn't. Why is it a Coughing? Because it uses self-destruct. There are floating skulls in this area that do just that. They self-destruct. They go boom. You're also going to be noticing that the skeletons have glowing white eyes. And how I killed him, but I'm not getting any souls. Why? Well, in this area there are spooky, scary necromancers who are reviving all the skeletons. So you're going to see here, try to lock on and just snap my camera. I can kill them in one hit. I don't get any souls. That one falls down. That's the one from earlier. That's the third one. And the one I just killed is now starting to reform. And after realizing this, I just make a mad dash to the bonfire. And by the bonfire, there's going to be a necromancer, but there also is going to be a lot of skeletons. I gotta go around. Hurry! That's the necromancer. Goodbye, necromancer. And now I go to rest of the bonfire. Hurry before the skeletons know that I'm here, but they're already coming. They're already here. Necromancers are another permanent death here. But 4 skeletons arrive. Boom. Boom. Go for it. Beyblade. Yes. And that right there was scary. Do I shrug? Do I, well, what is it? Do I point up? Praise be. That was a scary situation. If they all decided just to cluster charge at once, I would have been dead. Push this. This lowers that and opens a door on the other side. Go over here, see more skeletons that I think I faced. And now when you kill them, you get the souls from them. That's how you know they permanently have died. If you want to prevent them from reviving, even though there are necromancers everywhere, you can enchant your weapon with Divine that we got earlier. Now you see I'm looking at shields, being like, I don't really like the... I don't like the non-100% blocking of the Grass Crest shield. It's 95, which means it kind of blocks things. We're going to be doing a really, really good skip here to Pinwheel. Well known. You can do this actually at the beginning of the game. You get like a +10 fire weapon, fire great scythe, or something ridiculous like that for the early game. Chill coughing right here. Usually it would just explode and kill me, but that one just kind of stared at me and said, hello, good day, and then exploded. It's the coughing that you encounter that you think is going to be nice. He uses like sludge or something ridiculous like that, and then, you know, boom, explodes next turn. Alright, now this gets scary. And the reason this gets scary is I start panicking because the skeletons keep reviving. I am looking for a certain summon sign. Here, I land. Now I'm looking for a summon sign, and I'm like, here, and the two skeletons pop down. There's one of them. There's the other one. And then the other one revives. Now I'm just like, alright, I gotta find the sign. I gotta find the sign. I'm trying to summon someone. And you hear them. The bone wheel skeletons try to roll over to that other item, don't quite make it. I'm trying to look for his sign. I'm like, where is his summon sign? There's somebody that I need to summon. Those are the pinwheels, the bone wheel skeletons. Very dangerous. And I'm like, I can't go through. I can't go through without this guy. I need to show this NPC off. And so I die. That's one. Just one time. You can see by my tone of voice and speech that this is going to be reoccurring. I'm still trying to look for his summon sign. Now I'm like tilted a little bit. I'm like, I couldn't find his summon sign. I rolled off the different side. I didn't notice the bugs on the right traveling upward. That's scary. I've never noticed that. The bugs right there to my right? Ugh. That's creepy. I just skip the skeletons behind me there. They can follow me if they want. And they can, you know, do whatever they need to. No bones about it. Now I decide just to move off here. And the skeleton pushes me. Lose 7,000 souls. Just like that, I lose 7,000 souls. Bad juju. Yeah, I'm spinning around. I'm like not happy at this point. I'm like, I gotta find that summon sign. Gotta find that summon. Dodge. Good recovery loss power that it gives you your souls around where you fell, instead of if you land on a legitimate platform on where you fell. Now I don't die a horrible death. I think one of those coughings just destroyed some skeletons. And I just risk it, go down. I'm looking for the sign. Now I go off the other side. And I'm like, it's gotta be here, and I miss it. And I'm like, it's gotta be here somewhere. And I think, at this moment, where's the summon sign? If you guessed it in the comments or guessed it anywhere else, I'm not human. I can't see the summon sign because I'm not human. So, for clarification, I can't actually get the summon because I'm not human. So I have to make myself human. Now this is a serious run. Now this is, I have to do this or else I'm bleeding humanity at this point. So we'll try roll one more time. This time, I'm going to make it work. This NPC summon is actually really funny. If you're into memes and are very well versed in your meme history, you're going to get a kick out of this summon if you've never seen this summon before for some reason, and I'm introducing you to Dark Souls for the very first time. There it is, right where the body was. Paladin Leroy. Paladin Leroy. If you thought... Now, I still think Black Iron Tarkus is the strongest NPC summon. We're going to see why here in a second. But, this is probably a reference. I don't know if this is just the English translation, or is this Miyazaki, the man who invented or helped develop Dark Souls or created Dark Souls, wanted this to be a reference, but it might be a reference to Leroy Jenkins, the paladin that charged in the famous meme, the famous scream. Just shrug. That was a whole fiasco. A couple deaths that shouldn't have happened. Now you just wait for Paladin Leroy to join you, because if you just start the boss immediately, he can get lost in the ether fighting enemies. This giant tomb opened up, and you have the hardest boss in the game. The hardest boss in the game. Skeletons there, hanging right side up. That's how you know they're not hunters. And the story with this individual is incredible, that we'll get more into later. You can see the father's mask there, part of the giant dad set. It's a caster fight, creates a bunch of clones of himself so they can shoot fireballs. That hit, my attack hit. As you can see, he's incredibly weak. We do a fourth of his health right now. Is this because you come later? I don't know if this is because you come later. And if you noticed the health bar, but back up and see that again, Paladin Leroy can two-shot this boss. Which is why, if you know what you're doing, you can beat this. Get the Rite of Kindling. And just have Paladin Leroy do everything for you. Mask of the Child. We don't get the Mask of the Father. Mask of the Father increases carrying capacity. Darn, we're going to have to buy it later. But this one increases stamina recovery. So, hey. I mean, it's never bad. I think about wearing it, but I don't like the way it looks. But you can come down here earlier, have Paladin Leroy do all the legwork, and get this. I don't know why I'm doing this for an extra long time. Come on, we get it. It's the Mask of the Child. Now I just wear the Iron Golem mask. Nope. Explorer set. Now I'm just messing around with things. Looking for a Homeward Bone. Let's get out of here. There's no bonfire to rest here because you will get lost. And notice how the boss did hand us another bonfire bone. Bonfire bone. Homeward Bone to get to a bonfire. If a boss ever hands you a Homeward Bone, it means, yeah, you need a Homeward Bone back out of here. Now I'm getting lost. This ladder is hard to see in the dark. This is not fun. I'm trying to see here if the skeletons can climb up ladders. I don't know if they can or not, and I don't stick around to see because I'm like, I just want to get out of here, man. Watch out for the coughing. That skeleton will either jump around you or jump off the edge or something like that. And now we go for the light at the end of the tunnel. Walk toward the light. Walk toward the light. We're undead. It doesn't matter. Who cares if we, Who cares if we die? We just come back. We respawn. We're back. Oh, glorious light. We'll be going down there again after we beat the good old Snorlax and Pikachu. Ornstein and Schmo. Technically, when you say Snorlax and Pikachu, you're saying Schmo and Ornstein, so it should be Pikachu and Snorlax. Yeah, we will be doing Anne Orlando next. But, double trouble. Pinwheel and the Stray Demon. And now you can see I can't actually activate this bonfire because a skeleton has been following me this whole way. If an enemy gets close to a bonfire, as you saw earlier, it won't work. So you need to clear the enemies as the camera freaks out there. Kill this enemy. Then go rest the bonfire. That bar that you see there is bleed damage. If that fills up, it does a lot of extra damage to me and it's no fun. Bump summon Vitality. I'm going to try to get to Vitality to 20 at this point, and then I might just go for Endurance, Vitality, Endurance, Vitality, Endurance, Vitality. Maybe some attunement, but never mind. My name's Fast Justice, also known as Fatty J, and I'm a YouTuber for fun. If you enjoyed, see ya.